this world. I'm Bhaumik, and today I'm going to talk about such a freedom fighter who popularized the slogan of Inqilab Zindabad, which eventually became the catchphrase of India's independence movement. So, I think you would have already guessed his name. You know it? Yeah. So, he is none other than Bhagat Singh. So now today I am going to talk about him. Now let's start. Oops, sorry. But before starting the video, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe my channel. And don't forget to press the bell icon. Now let's start. Bhagat Singh. Bhagat Singh was born in Punjabi Jat Sikh family on 27 September 1907 in the village of Banga in the Lyalpur district of Punjab, which is in Pakistan now. He was the second of the 7 children of his parents, Vidyavati and her husband, Kishan Sai Sandhu. Both Bhagat Singh's father and his uncle were participating in freedom movement, which also enthusiasted him to participate in. After being sent into the school in Banga for a few years, Bhagat Singh was enrolled in the Dayanand Anglo-Vedic School in Lahore. In 1923, he joined the National College in Lahore, which was founded 2 years earlier by Lala Lajpat Rai in response to Gandhiji's non-cooperation movement, which urged Indians to go to only Indian colleges and schools and ignore the schools and colleges that were made by the British Indian government. Police became concerned with Singh's influence on the youth and arrested him in May 1927 on the pretext that he had been involved in a bombing activity that had been taken place in Lahore in October 1926. He was released on a surety of 60,000 rupees after 5 weeks of imprisonment. He wrote for and edited in the Urdu and Punjabi newspapers published in Amritsar and also contributed to low-priced pamphlets published by the Naujawan Bharat Sabha that excoriated the British. He also wrote for Kirti, the journal of Kirti Kisan Party, Workers and Peasants Party, and briefly for the Veer Arjun newspaper published in Delhi. He often used pseudonyms including Balwant, Ranjit and Vidrohi. In 1928, the British government set up the Simon Commission to report on the political matters that are going on in India. Some Indian parties boycotted the commission because there were no Indians in the membership and there were protests across the country. When the commission visited Lahore on 30 October 1928, Lala Lajpat Rai led the protest or a march against it. Police attempt to disperse the large crowd, which resulted in violence. The Superintendent of Police, James A. Scott, ordered lathi charge, which means beating them with the batons to the protesters, and personally assaulted Lala Lajpat Rai. They did not mean to harm anyone, but in this case, many of them were injured. And also, Lala Lajpat Rai died on a heart attack on 17th October 1928. Doctors thought that this death might have been hastened by the injury he had been caused, because the commission did lathi charge on 30th October 1928 and he died of heart attack on 17th November 1928. So there was only distance of 17 days. When this matter was raised in the Parliament of the UK or the United Kingdom, the British government denied any role in the Rai's death. Singh was a prominent member of the Hindustan Republican Association and was mainly responsible in large part for the change of its name into Hindustan Socialist Republican Association, which is HSRA. In 1928, the HSRA vowed to avenge Rai's death. Singh conspired with revolutionaries like Shivram Rajguru, Sukhdev Thapar and Chandrasekhar Azad to kill Scott. However, in a case of misunderstanding or a misidentification, the plotters shot John P. Saunders, an assistant superintendent of police who was working under Scott. As he was leaving from the police headquarters in Lahore on 17 December 1928, by mistake they shoot him dead. The murder was a concern of regret by Mahatma Gandhi. After killing Saunders, the group escaped through the DAV College entrance across the road from the district police headquarters. Chandan Singh, who was a head constable, was chasing them and then was later shot dead by Chandrasekhar Azad. Then all three of them flew on bicycles to pre-planned homes where they would be safe. Later, they escaped from Lahore to Kolkata. Bhagat Singh and Rajguru both carried loaded guns and pistols with them and dressed in western attire. Means Bhagat Singh cut his hair and shaved his beard and wore a hat over cropped hair. A few days later, Bhagat Singh returned to Lahore. For some time, Bhagat Singh had been exploiting the power of drama as a means to inspire and revolt against the British. Singh's plan was to explode a bomb in the Central Legislative Assembly. The nominal intention was to protest against the Public Safety Bill and the Trade Dispute Act, which had been rejected by the Assembly, but were being enacted by the Viceroy using his special powers. The actual intention was for the preparators to allow themselves to be arrested so that they could not use court appearances as a stage to publish their case. The HSRA leadership was initially opposed to Bhagat's participation in the bombing case because they were certain that his prior involvement in the Saunders death would lead him to death or a life imprisonment. However, they eventually decided that he was the most applicable or the suitable candidate to do that work. On 8 April 1929, Singh, accompanied by Batukeshwar Dutt, threw 2 bombs into the assembly chamber where the public gallery while it was in the session. The bombs were designed not to kill anyone but to spread the smoke, by which in while time Dutt and Singh would have escaped from the hall. But in confusion, they both stood there and shouting the slogan Inkilab Zindabad, which means long live the revolution, and threw leaflets. Then the 2 men were arrested and subsequently moved through a series of jails in Delhi. Gandhiji once again issued a strong words of disapproval of their deed. The trial began in the first week of June following a preliminary hearing in May. On 12th June, both men were sentenced to life imprisonment for causing explosions of nature likely to endanger life. Singh was re-arrested for murdering Saunder and Chandan Singh based on substantial evidence against him, including statements by his associates like Hansraj Vohra and Jai Gopal. His life sentence in the assembly bomb case was deferred until the Saunders case was decided. He was sent to Central Jail in Mianwali from the Delhi jail. There, he witnessed the discrimination between European prisoners and the Indian prisoners. So, Singh demanded equality in food standards, clothing, toiletries, and other hygiene necessities, as well as books and a daily newspaper. Singh started hunger strike, which inspired a rise in public support for him. The government had to apply section 144 of the criminal code in an attempt to limit the gatherings. Since the activities of hunger strike had gained popularity and attention nationwide, the nation decided to advance the start of Saunders murder trial, which was henceforth called the Lahore Conspiracy Case. Singh was transported to Boston Jail, Lahore, and the trial began there on 10th July 1929. On 13th September 1929, Jatindranath Das died after a 63 days hunger strike. Almost all the great nationalist leaders in the country paid tribute to Das' death. Muhammad Alam and Gopi Chand Bhargava resigned from the Punjab Legislative Council in the protest, and Nehru moved a successful adjournment motion in the Central Assembly as a censure against the inhuman treatment of the Lahore prisoners. Singh finally heeded a resolution of his Congress party and a request by his father and ended his hunger strike on 5th October 1929 after 116 days. During this period, Singh's popularity among common Indians extended beyond Punjab, especially between the teenagers. On 7th October 1930, the tribunal delivered its 300-page judgment based on all the evidence and concluded that the participation of Singh, Sukhdev and Shivram Rajguru in Saunders' case was proven. They were sentenced to death by hanging. Singh, Rajguru and Sukhdev were sentenced to death in the Lahore conspiracy case and were ordered to be hanged on 24th March 1931. The schedule was moved forward by 11 hours because of a public protest, so it was moved forward by 11 hours. And the three of them were hanged on 23rd March 1931 at 7:30 p.m. in the Lahore jail. It is reported that no magistrate was present there to supervise Singh's hanging as required by the law. The execution was supervised instead by an honorary judge named Nawab Muhammad Ahmad Khan Kasuri, who also signed the 3 death warrants as the original warrants had expired. The jail authorities then broke a hole in the rear wall of the jail, removed the bodies and secretly cremated the 3 men under the cover of darkness outside the Gand Singhwala village, and then threw the ashes into the Satluj River about 10 kilometers from Ferozepur. Singh's trial has been described by the Supreme Court as contrary to the fundamental doctrine of criminal jurisprudence because there was no opportunity for the accused 3 of them to defend themselves. He is considered a national hero of India's freedom struggle against the colonial rule, and as a teenager, Bhagat Singh popularized the slogan of Inkilab Zindabad, which eventually became the catchphrase of India's independence movement. And also, even though he was born in Punjab, his popularity grew across the country and even across the world. Thank you. Jai Hind.